Did you know that at 56, Catherine Bell is shaking up Hollywood like no one else? She's an actress, an icon, and someone the world just can't stop talking about. But here's what makes her truly fascinating. She's been called the most indecent woman in the world. What could someone so admired and accomplished have done to earn a title like that? And here's the twist: it might not mean what you think. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see why this title isn't just a controversy, it's a badge of honor. Catherine's story is filled with moments that defy expectations, challenge norms, and redefine what it means to live on your own terms. And here's a bonus for sticking around: you'll learn something powerful from her journey that could inspire you to think differently about your own life. Catherine Bell isn't just breaking records, she's rewriting the rules. So what's behind this bold label? Let's start from the beginning and see how this incredible woman built her legacy, one fearless choice at a time. Catherine Bell's story didn't start with fame or glamour. It started with a young girl born in London and raised in Los Angeles. What's surprising is that acting wasn't even her original plan. Growing up, Catherine dreamed of becoming a biomedical engineer. Yes, you heard that right, a career rooted in science and precision. But life had something completely different in store for her. While studying to enter the world of engineering, Catherine was drawn to something she couldn't ignore: her love for performing. It wasn't an easy decision, but she chose to follow her instincts and step into the uncertain world of acting. Imagine walking away from a stable career path to chase a dream that might never work out. It's bold, isn't it? But that's Catherine for you, fearless, even when the odds weren't in her favor. Her first steps in Hollywood were anything but smooth. Like many aspiring actors, she faced rejection and challenges. But Catherine had something that set her apart: a magnetic charisma and an undeniable drive. She refused to let setbacks define her. Slowly, she started booking roles and her determination began paying off. But her big break didn't come until Jag, where she played the brilliant and fearless Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Mackenzie. This wasn't just another role, it was her moment. Millions were captivated by her talent, and Catherine became a household name. Suddenly, the world couldn't get enough of her, and she wasn't just an actress anymore. She was a symbol of strength and elegance. And yet, that was just the beginning. Catherine's story was already breaking the mold. But what came next would cement her reputation as one of the most talked about women in Hollywood. What was it that made people call her indecent? That's coming up next. When Catherine Bell stepped into her iconic roles, she wasn't just acting, she was making history. As Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Mackenzie on Jag, she redefined what it meant to portray a strong, intelligent woman on screen. She didn't just play the part, she owned it. Millions were inspired by her character's confidence, wit, and resilience. But Catherine didn't stop there. Her next chapter came with The Good Witch, where she played Cassie Nightingale, a character beloved for her charm and wisdom. Catherine brought warmth and depth to the role, making it impossible not to fall in love with her all over again. These performances solidified her as a star, but they also did something else: they turned the spotlight onto Catherine herself. It wasn't just her acting talent that captured attention. It was her boldness. Catherine became known for her unapologetic choices, both on and off the screen. Whether it was her striking red carpet looks or her willingness to speak openly about topics most shy away from, she refused to conform to Hollywood's expectations. This is where the controversial label comes in. Some began calling her indecent because she broke the unspoken rules of how women in the spotlight should behave. She wasn't afraid to be herself, even if it meant sparking debates. Her fashion choices were daring. Her interviews were honest. She challenged norms that often put women in boxes. But here's the thing: while some critics couldn't handle her confidence, millions of fans saw her as an inspiration. They admired her courage, her ability to be different, and her refusal to fit into a mold. Catherine Bell was proving that being indecent might actually mean being fearless, authentic, and free. And yet, there's still more to her story. What's surprising is that behind all the headlines, Catherine has a deeply personal side, one that's rarely talked about. What does the world not see about this fascinating woman? Stick around, because the next part will show a side of Catherine Bell that might just change the way you see her. When the cameras are off, Catherine Bell's life looks very different from the bold, attention-grabbing persona many associate her with. Beneath the Hollywood glitz is a woman who values her family, her privacy, and her principles. This is the side of Catherine that most people never see: the part that's grounded, loving, and deeply personal. Catherine is a devoted mother who has always prioritized her children, ensuring they grow up surrounded by love and understanding. Despite her fame, she has worked hard to shield them from the pressures of the spotlight. It's a reminder that, for all her success, her most cherished role isn't on screen, it's at home. She's also a passionate philanthropist, dedicating her time to causes close to her heart, whether it's supporting veterans, advocating for environmental issues, or lending her voice to humanitarian efforts. Catherine is determined to use her platform for good. These actions often go unnoticed by the media, but they speak volumes about the kind of person she is. And yet, Catherine continues to surprise. While she's fiercely protective of her private life, she also understands the power of sharing her truth. She's spoken openly about her life choices, relationships, and beliefs, topics many in Hollywood would avoid. This honesty has earned her both admiration and criticism, but Catherine wouldn't have it any other way. So why do some still call her indecent? Perhaps it's because she refuses to play by the rules society sets for women, especially women in their 50s. She's living proof that you don't have to dim your light to make others comfortable. At 56, Catherine Bell is showing the world that age is just a number, and that staying true to yourself is the ultimate act of defiance. But this isn't the end of her story. Catherine's journey is still unfolding, and there's a reason her influence is stronger than ever. In the final section, we'll uncover what's next for her and what her story means for anyone striving to live unapologetically. At 56, Catherine Bell isn't just breaking records, she's breaking stereotypes, challenging expectations, and proving that authenticity is the ultimate power move. Her journey is more than a Hollywood success story. It's a testament to what happens when you live life unapologetically and on your own terms. She's faced criticism and praise in equal measure, but through it all, Catherine has remained true to herself. That's what makes her so unforgettable, not just her talent, but her courage to redefine what's possible at every stage of life. So, what's next for Catherine Bell? Only time will tell. What's certain is that she's not slowing down, and her story is far from over. But here's the real takeaway. Catherine's journey is a reminder for all of us to stop asking, "What will people think?" and start asking, "What do I want to become?" Here's where you come in. What part of Catherine's story speaks to you the most? Is it her boldness, her resilience, or the way she balances fame with her personal values? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your take. And if this video resonated with you, take a moment to share it with someone who might find it inspiring. Who knows? Catherine's story might just be the spark someone else needs to step into their own power. And if you've stayed until the end, here's your reward. Remember, the most indecent thing you can do in life might just be to live it fully, without apology. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.